Caliber. You watch another episode of the Miller Experience Overtime. And today's a special episode. We're doing our monthly recap, political recap. We're gonna try to provide this for you guys every month. Some type of what's going on politically around the country. We're gonna try to provide this to you guys every month. So just bear with us and hope you guys enjoy it. I want to thank you guys for liking and subscribing to the channel. We're currently at 923 subscribers. Still not yet there at 1,000, but that's the goal. Now, you already know, ladies and gentlemen, Trump been in office for what, 2 weeks? He coming out like Tony Montana. What? You see my gentle friend? I'm getting all y'all getting sprayed. You know what I'm saying?
He's up.
All y'all, even the ones that voted for him, y'all get sprayed too. Y'all getting it all.
Straight up, skeet.
But hey, let's go ahead and talk about it. I'm gonna give it to you guys. This is your platform with the politics. I'm just here observing and listening, just learning. What we got, Vic?
Trump. All these executive orders that he's been signing like nobody's business. I'll just kick it off from there. Executive orders. They don't have the power of law, but I guess they're doing something. Y'all go at that.
So Craig, I know you at work, Craig. So I'm gonna let you go ahead and kick it off.
Yeah. Well, they don't have the power of law, but they're big mouth. They're speaking to the people that he wants to speak to. Like Daryl. He's speaking to Daryl. He said, "I said this. I'm gonna do it," and that's the way it is. Well, but you have some who are just capitulating just because he is who he is. He's a bully. The bully pulpit. That's who he is, and he's doing things that people really didn't think that he would do. And he's coming out guns a-blazing, because you use the lack of a better term. I mean, he is who he is. When he starts looking at, he's a liar first and foremost. He said he wasn't going to do some of these things, but he is who he is. He said he wasn't about the 2025, but we all know that was the playbook. Now, when he spoke about it, he said, no, I have no parts in that. I don't know anything about it, but we all know that's his playbook. He's showing his hand now, and all those people who didn't think that he would do it, that he was just talking, well, here you go. And I'm waiting for the first person to come to me and say, yo, man, I really didn't think he was going to do that. But I don't think they'll come to me, quite honest with you, because they know who I am. They know I'm going to eat them. This is what you wanted. I hate to pick out races, but you have a lot of Hispanics who voted for him as well. And the first thing he said, he's going to give an order. Look at the people, the dreamers and things of that nature. He's trying to stop people who were born here, birthright, which the judge put that on hold. But he's doing things that are contrary to the melting pot.
A birthright wasn't in the 2025 plan. That's not in the plan.
Birthright citizenship?
Yeah, that's not in the 2025 plan.
Oh, because
I actually checked some of those things.
Right. So he omitted that, but he's been talking about that for a while.
Yeah, well, that's my whole point. The point is that, and like I said before, so I just want to make it clear. So when we get this, when Victor does the edits and puts this stuff out there, that people don't perceive me as a some type of Trump loyalist. What I am is I'm an attack on liberal and democratic sponsorship and people that don't investigate and don't really look in and can't really see the spin. So my attack, and for example, the Republicans, from my standpoint, the Republicans can get it too. They can get it. But I'm specifically interested in the Democrats because I was one. And when I watch, it's like being unshackled from a perspective, a way of seeing things, watching things going through the cycle where you become sick, you become nauseous, you become kind of like, watching politics, you become angry. you know, it turns you into a different type of person. And so being able to get off of that milk of the democratic cycle of spinning things, like, so for example, one of the things, and I think I don't know who sent it out, but I saw the thing on the things on our little threaded messages we have. But I'm like saying, you know, well, people are going to see now, they're going to see his true colors. I say, well, this is the stuff that the guy was saying from the beginning.
Yeah.
Like, so just that thought in that ad is a spin. It's a spin to say, see, we told you, but wait a minute, he already said it. You can't say, see, we told you when we already knew. We already knew.
A lot of people don't pay attention to it. You and I both know that.
Let me tell you something. At the rallies, you can go back and play the rallies. You say that, but you can't justify it. You can always say something. See, that's what happens is the Democrats always throw something else up in the air that they can't go and actually produce the footage for. Like you can't come with the receipts. Because Trump at all his rallies, you can go back and find all of the tapes and all of the rallies with all of the pundits. Every time he said something, they were on it. This is what he's going to do, how he's going to destroy it. And then when he does it, see, y'all didn't believe it, but he said it. And his people knew he said it.
But that is what I said. He said this. A lot of people don't pay attention to these things. They don't listen. And when you put it out there, they're saying, "Oh, no, he's not going to do that. He's not."
Okay, what people don't pay attention? What people don't pay attention?
There's a lot of people that do not pay attention to politics.
No. There's a
lot.
Don't strawman me. Don't strawman me.
A lot of people. No. A lot of people does not pay attention to politics. Ernest, when did you start listening to politics?
Yeah, but you're throwing out a red herring. You're throwing out a red herring. He don't listen.
What I'm saying is. And this is a true statement. A lot of people do not, and in fact, a lot of people run from politics because it's so nasty, because it's so divisive. You understand what I'm saying? So a lot of people don't pay attention. So when you say things like I've said, and I say, see, this is what I told you. I can say that because I've said it. You know what I'm saying? I've said this to you.
Yeah, but on top of that, a lot of the Republicans say, "Oh, he said that, he don't mean that." Like the guy Scott, the white guy Scott, I can't remember his last name on CNN. Oh, he didn't mean it like that. He meant this. He meant that. But as soon as he gets in office, he does this. Then we say, now you see his true colors. Like I can say on my timeline, oh, that's not what he's going to do. He's not going to do that. And when he does this stuff,
but you're saying stuff in the ether. See, right now you're just speaking. Give me some tangibles. Give me some tangibles.
That's
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Give me tangibles where we can say he specifically said this. This particular politician said this. Because see, to me, that's the Democratic spin.
Okay. Let me give you an example.
You're spinning
let me give an example. Let me throw one at you. They said what Trump is doing as far as firing people, certain people within cabinets. He's firing them. They said, well, we know it's illegal. Lindsey Graham said, yes, we know it's illegal, but it's Trump. He's going to do what he wants to do, whether it's legal or not. Those are the examples of what we're talking about.
Okay. Let me add to what Lindsey Graham said. Lindsey Graham also said he should have came to us and said something, but what Trump is doing is getting rid of people who are not doing the job. But he still skipped over the part that is not legal for him to do that.
Okay. So in other words, if he did something legal by executive order, then it's up to Congress, right? Now, what happens when he can do something? What happens when Biden does something? For example, when my whole argument with DEI, the thing I was having before, my foundational argument for DEI was there is nothing that you guys can tell me that DEI does that the Constitution, the 1964, including the amendments that happened to the American Disabilities Act, does not do. In other words, DEI does nothing for the law. What it does is does things in the workplace. It's a supplement. Gender bathrooms, gender neutral bathrooms, because DEI does not affect me because I still got the Constitution and the law because it's not a law. So what I'm saying is there's always a spin, even when the executive orders come in to have these policies in place, like the 1965 Act that he's trying to revoke right now with the federal government. These were still executive orders. They're not law.
Right.
So let me finish on my point. My point is that when it's easy to throw some stuff up in the air and to see what's going to stick and say, I told you so. I told you so. To me, that's a red herring. That's what people use in debate sometimes when they're having a debate, when they can't come with receipts. And what I'm saying,
a receipt is him saying it and you hearing it and believing it and coming back and say, see, I told you. That's what I'm talking about. Being able to say that is legit. See, I told you he was going to do this because he said it.
Yeah, he said it. So that's not a receipt.
We can say that at that point. See, I told you, like I tell Ernest. Ernest, see, I told you he was going to do the things that he talked about. See, I told you it wasn't a red herring. It was him being him. Okay,
but what I'm saying is, what's the effect of you saying, see, I told you? He already said it. Are you saying that to people who just don't pay attention to it?
No. The effect is a lot of people didn't pay attention to it. A lot of people didn't believe the things that he was saying.
Where are you getting that information from? You're saying a lot of people.
Because I talk to people. I constantly talk to people about these things.
Daryl, I think what he's saying is people like that's not really into politics. They're going by pretty much the media saying that he's, social media things, or he's racist. So they're really not paying attention on what Trump is saying. You know what I'm saying? They're really not paying attention. I think that's what Craig's trying to say. Not paying attention to what Trump is saying. They're just going by what's saying on media or social media or whatsoever.
I got what you're saying, Ernie, but listen to this. Here's what my point I'm trying to make is this. If I don't pay attention to the football games, you're very much into sports, and I'm not paying attention to what's going on, players, and I'm not in the know. And you say to me, see, I told you, Pittsburgh, who's your team, I'm not paying attention, I don't know nothing going on. I told you Pittsburgh, man, the quarterback, Russell, and you informing me of something that's already commonly known. People already know it in the public. You're bringing me up to speed to know. The fact that you're telling me does not represent some type of gotcha or some type of see. You're just bringing me up. If you tell me, you're just informing me of something before that the person says. So what's the whole purpose of coming back and saying, see, I told you. What's the purpose of that?
Here's the purpose. Okay, for instance, I sent it out to my family chat. And I get comment, no, he can't do that. No, he's not going to do this. No, he's not going to do that. And then when I throw back, no, see, I told you, that's legit. Mm-hmm. That's 100% legit because we've had this conversation.
That's a legitimate point. Now the point is that when people are putting information out there like that, saying, see, I told you, what you're saying is that most people, and what I'm saying to you is most people who follow him, most people who are in those crowds with him, they're listening to him say this stuff over and over. So what people are you? Wait a minute.
And hold on. There were conversations. About people who were coming out of rallies saying he's not going to do a lot of that. He's not going to do it because there's a lot of Hispanics at his rallies and things that I need. All of the blacks, and they're saying, "Oh, he's not going to do it." And they're cherry picking. Listen, no. I read comments.
Correct.
I constantly read. And what I'm saying is people come out of his rallies saying these things like, nah, he's not going to do that. A lot of people leave early saying, nah, I was just trying to listen to his jargon because he's not going to really do a lot of things that he say. I'm reading these comments and they're talking to these people. You understand what I'm saying? So it's not just one or two people that may be thinking this. And again, I may be postulating, but from a pragmatic standpoint, when we hear him, we know this guy is, who he say he is. But a lot of people don't. They just feel like, oh, he's just talking. It's a hyperbole.
And I say this, Daryl. I think a lot of people that follow Trump, I'm talking about like the strong Trump supporters. I'm talking about January 6th type. They really ain't listening to what he's saying. They like what he's projecting out there, what he's putting out there, some of the foolery, some of the racism. They into that. They really ain't listening to his policies, what he's trying to put out there. Let's be real.
Where are you getting that from?
Oh, hold on. Let me ask you a question.
That's what I'm saying. You're doing the same thing. You postulate.
No. Okay. I really ain't trying to put it out there like that. But I talk to people out here, Daryl. That's all I'm saying. I talk to people, man. And when I ask them certain questions, they really don't know what the F he has policy wise. They just like we saying about they like we saying about the wall. You know, the immigrants, they like we saying about that, but that's all they really hear. Because from these selfish,
go ahead. Tell me that list we had today on our little private messenger chat. So you're telling me all of that stuff in there that they were saying, well, he said this, he did this. Y'all don't tell me none of y'all knew that stuff.
No, I'm not saying me. I'm not saying me. I'm talking about people in general.
Daryl, see, you thinking on an intellectual level.
Now I'm not saying us. I'm just talking about people.
That ain't the case.
Yeah.
Daryl, that's not the case. I'm not going to cast aspersions on anyone, but a lot of people can't think past their nose. A lot of people want people to think for them. They just want to follow. You understand? What is the message sent to people in January 6th? What is that message? You don't have to hear it, but what's the message that was sent to them when they got out of jail?